welcome to United in Mission, One Heart and Mind. I'm John Gonzalez, the Communications Director at the Catholic Diocese of Saginaw. And no, I'm not in Saginaw. I'm not in my office. I'm not at the cathedral downtown. We're on a rooftop, and joining us is Charles Warner. He's a seminarian here for the Catholic Diocese of Saginaw, and we're in Rome today, right?
That's right. Welcome to my home for the past 3 years.
I know you've been here for a little while, and this is great. You can see, we'll show some images of the city and this rooftop view that he has here at the college. Well, first, tell us, where are we exactly? And where are you studying?
Where are we? Well, we are at the Pontifical North American College, which is the seminary that I go to here in Rome. It's a seminary for any American who studies in Rome, pretty much. And we have a beautiful, fantastic campus here. Pretty much, you can see the Basilica of St. Peter's in the background. It's only a 10-minute walk from here. We are on the rooftop right now. We overlook the entire city of Rome. It's a beautiful view. It's pretty majestic. If I could come up, I can't come up here every evening after dinner, and I do try to do that.
So what an experience for you, right? To be a seminarian here in Rome, to study. You're in your third year of theology, is that right?
Third theology, that's right.
And is that how it works? Theology 1, 2, 3, 4?
That is, yep, that's
okay.
Exactly how it works.
And then after that, you become a priest.
At the end of 4 years, become a priest, God willing, and then generally in the third year, you're ordained to the diaconate.
Yeah.
Before the priesthood.
Transitional, right?
Yep.
That's incredible. So I know you have a big event coming up in October. We'll talk about that in a second. But for right now, just tell me real quick. I know we talked about it on our walk over here from St. Peter's Square. You talked about your journey to get to Rome.
Yeah.
Tell us real quick about how you came to Rome.
Yeah, coming to Rome was completely out of the blue for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the Sacred Heart Major Seminary in Detroit for 2 years, and based off initial discussions, I thought that's where I would stay for my 4 years of theology.
Right.
And then Bishop Gruce reaches out to me completely unexpected in the middle of the summer.
Right.
A month or two before theology is going to start, and he just asked me if I wanted to study theology in Rome. And it took me completely by surprise. And just for your awareness, the Diocese of Saginaw, we haven't had a priest go through formation here in Rome since 50 years, 1974.
Holy
cow! It was Father Bob Byrne. I think he was the last priest, I think, or around that time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's still alive and well back in the diocese. He visited me here. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Amazing time. Anyhow, I said yes to come here because, but that yes, it wasn't like, it was an easy yes. It was one of the most free yeses I've had to make, because it wasn't a yes to Rome.
Yeah.
It wasn't a yes to like this seminary. It was just a yes to, this is what's being asked of me. Which was very, very freeing, and it was easy. It was an easy yes.
It's a little windy today. You can see I was wearing a baseball cap all day, so I apologize if my hair is a little crazy there. No, you're not going to focus on my hair. Oh, no. I should have a hair like yours. Let me try. I should just shave it all off. But anyway, no, tell us about your faith journey. Did you grow up wanting to become a priest? I know you said your dad is a deacon, right?
My dad is a permanent deacon. He was ordained in 2017 for the Diocese of Saginaw. Growing up, I did not really think too much about priesthood. In fact, I thought when people said seminary, they were just mispronouncing cemetery. I had no idea what seminary was.
My goodness, Charles.
And it wasn't until I was working, and I was just saying this point in my life where
after high school.
After college.
Yeah,
I got went to college at the University of Michigan.
That's right, yeah.
Got a degree in biomedical engineering, and then went to...
I just kind of glossed over that. A degree in medical engineering, yeah. Just for the fun of it, So after college, and
I went worked for the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Dealt with orthopedic implants and the regulatory side of things.
Okay.
Was working there for about 4 to 5 years at that point in time. And I was just like, life's going well, but something was missing. And that aspect of like what's missing in my life led to just turning to the church. Turning to God. What's missing is like, I'm going to church, I'm going to mass, but I could be doing more. I want to be doing more, and like I want God in my life, and so that just started this prayer journey for me, and just started reading scripture, started praying, started talking to God, and that just led to me really feeling a call that God was asking me to be a priest, and I said no at first. But eventually I said yes, and I said yes. It was the most peaceful feeling I've ever had, and it stayed with me.
Yeah, it's like when you said to me when you made the decision to come to Rome, right? It was freeing and liberating in a way, right?
Very, very liberating.
You know where you're going, and you know what the plan. Well, you know that at the temporary plan, right? Because things can change in a heartbeat. Again, folks, we're talking to Charles Warner. He is from the Catholic Diocese of Saginaw, and we are on the podcast United in Mission, One Heart and Mind. We're a diocese on mission, and this is part of our plan to put podcasts out there and videos out there and talk about our faith life, not only from the seminarians or priests or Bishop. You'll see Bishop a lot on our channel. It's a little windy here in Rome today, so I apologize if we're giving a producer a headache back home. I tell you that
an earthquake is not happening.
Shoot, what did you do? Yeah, I know, earthquake is not happening. You're right. We're good here. Although we're here at a time that the Pope is not doing well health wise, and we've been praying a rosary down at the square for him last couple of nights.
Correct, yeah. The Holy Father Pope Francis, he's been in the hospital for over 10 days now. Just complex issues going on health-wise for him in old age. So, we're keeping him in our prayers just for comfort and peace in this time. Pray for, if God wills him to become healthy, pray for his smooth, fast, quick recovery for him. And yeah, actually in St. Peter's Square at 9 p.m. every night, a cardinal has been leading the rosary in the square, and just thousands of people who are here in Rome, whether they're residents in Rome or whether they're pilgrims here for the Jubilee Year of Hope and here in 2025, they're making their way to St. Peter's Square 9 p.m. for a rosary for the Holy Father, for his health, for his well-being, because the hospital that he's at, it's across town. It's outside of the city center, so it's more difficult to get to. But I mean, even there's hundreds of people gathering outside the hospital, praying, and even in the hospital itself, in the chapel, there's pretty much all day prayers happening for Pope Francis right now.
So what's that like being here, surrounded by your faith, right? People are studying, people are on pilgrimages. I mean, it's different than going to seminary in Detroit or somewhere else, right?
It is different. It is different. I think in seminary in Detroit, I think one of the first days I got there, they said, okay, you can walk north and east, but don't walk south or west outside the seminary. Like, okay, I was like, really? I guess I'm like, okay. Yeah. But here in Rome, it's Rome. I mean, if you're Catholic, if you're a Christian, this is the place to be. Yeah. This is the place to come and see. The faith didn't start here in Rome. The faith started in the Holy Land in Israel. The faith started with Jesus Christ. But in terms of spreading out to the whole world, Rome was key to that Jesus' message and go and baptize all nations. Like, Rome was key to that mission, to the mission of the church. And so you just see all the, like, Rome itself was built upon the blood of martyrs. And we have all these churches here in Rome dedicated to them. I mean, one thing that's easy to forget is, like, the Colosseum. It's a major attraction in Rome. but that is sacred ground. That is sacred ground because so many Christians died there. So many Christians were martyred there. And it's good to remember that if you ever do get a chance to visit the Colosseum. I know on Good Friday they actually hold Stations of the Cross in the Colosseum. Just for that reason.
Just for that reason. I never thought about that. You're right. Yeah, we drove by it today on our tour bus, but we didn't get a chance to walk the grounds. But I have walked the grounds there before, and that didn't hit me until you just said that.
Yeah.
That's really powerful. So, Charles, also powerful is the fact that you're also here during 2025, a Jubilee Year of Hope that Pope Francis proclaimed. And we have 4 holy doors that you can go through. So tell us a little bit about the Jubilee Year. What's it like to be here at this time? And have you been to all 4 of the doors?
I have. Let's see here. Well, first of all, the Jubilee Year of Hope is just amazing. I mean, the Jubilee Year for Rome happens every 25 years. And this year, Pope Francis made this kind of the theme of hope. And it's like, okay, what do we hope for?
Right.
You know, we hope to experience the glory of God in heaven. We hope for eternal life. We hope to live in heaven. We hope to be in communion with God. We hope to live in union with God.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like making a pilgrimage journey helps remind us of that hope, reminds of us of our faith, it reminds us of the love God has for us. And making these journeys, making these pilgrimages through the holy doors is really a blessed time to say, okay, it could just be a door, but no, I made this trip. I came here for this reason. This door has been blessed for someone like me who walks through this door to say, I am doing this for God. I am doing this for the glory of God. I am doing this because I hope to experience God's glory. And that's just something to remember. And I'm just inspired by all these pilgrim groups that come to Rome. I mean, they're out here, they're carrying crosses, they're walking the streets, praying the rosary, they're praising Jesus. They're sharing their faith stories, they're sharing their experiences.
Yeah.
And it's very uplifting for me, myself. It's encouraging for me as well. And then in terms of, so the holy doors at the 4 major basilicas here in Rome,
Which are? Let's test it. We're testing the seminarian right now.
well, there's only 5 this year.
Tell us the fact to it.
So there's 4 at the 4 major basilicas. So St. Peter's, Mary Major, John Lateran, St. Paul outside the walls. And then the 5th door, Pope Francis decided to open a 5th door at a prison here in Rome. I don't know if that's actually publicly accessible or not. I haven't looked into it.
Well, if you do the wrong thing, you'll be there.
I will try not to.
I mean, I'm just saying anyone that's coming to Rome. But no, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's someone mentioned that earlier today.
Yeah.
So you've been to all 4 of them.
I have. So the first one was St. Peter's that opened up at the midnight Christmas Eve Mass. And then the second holy door was the prison. And then the third holy door was the John Lateran. So John Lateran is actually the Cathedral of Rome. John Lateran is where that's where the Pope's chair is. That's where the Bishop of Rome, the Pope, that's where his chair is. So there's a holy door there. I was actually present at that.
Were you really?
At the opening of that holy door. So that was it's pretty special to be at. And then the door after that was Mary Major. That was opened on the Solemnity of the Mother of God, so January 1st. I tried to go and to be there for that. It's a smaller basilica, so there's less seating. I was with the group. Half my group got in, and I was part of the half that we were one of the first 10 to 20 people that weren't allowed inside the basilica.
Yeah.
But I got a different perspective because we were allowed to be right outside the basilica.
Yeah.
And I actually got to see the perspective from the outside of the door opening. So,
Yeah.
I was grateful for that opportunity. And then I was at the mass for the Holy Door opening at St. Paul outside the walls too as well. I was like, I'm here in Rome.
Yeah.
It's Jubilee Year. It's like, of course I'm gonna try to go to these. It's like, yeah. And I saw plenty of other religious and seminarians and priests doing the same. So.
But how special for you that you're going to be able to share these experiences throughout your lifetime, throughout your future parishioners, people that are going to have questions about their faith or questions about this or that, and you can say, well, I was there in 2025, and here's the impact that it made on me, right? You'll be able to relate these experiences for your lifetime.
Exactly. I'm cherishing every moment. I'm recording all these special memories of just like activities, events that I've done here in Rome, people who I've met, occasions, graces, experiences, and yeah, because it's real. I mean, the church is real, Jesus is real, God is real, and all these experiences just point that God exists and God loves me and God loves each and every one of us.
We talked about the Holy Doors there for a second, but in Saginaw, Bishop Gruss has named churches are part of pilgrimage in Saginaw. So I'm sure you would encourage those that are in the Saginaw Diocese and watching this video, or those that are in any parts of the country or any parts of the world, right? Your local bishop designates these holy sites, right?
Definitely. No, I mean, I think it's understandable that not everyone can come to Rome. Yes, the Jubilee year is like for Rome, to make a pilgrimage to Rome, but that's just not feasible for a lot of people. And so it's like, well, we don't want to necessarily make it like seclusive, or no, we want to be inclusive for everyone that is a part of our faith. And so, yeah, the diocese all over the world has designated sites, churches, parishes, or chapels, shrines that are in their diocese that are places of pilgrimage. Sure, there's not a holy door, but it's about making that pilgrimage journey, making that intention with your heart that I am doing this for the glory of God, that I hope in God's glory for myself. And that's what we're all here to live on earth here for. It's we live this life doing what we can to be united with God in heaven. That's our journey.
Well, in Saginaw, we are tying it in with the holy hours that Bishop's doing for vocations, right? So he's traveling throughout the different parishes in the diocese of our 11 counties and our 56 parishes, and twice a month he'll be at different churches, and he's declaring those as pilgrimage sites. So just go to saginaw.org, and you'll see the complete list of the different parishes that are part of this Jubilee Year of Hope in 2025. All right, let's wrap things up here because it's getting close to dinner time, and I'm sure that you want to get out to your dinner, wherever that's at. Two things for you. Number one, we mentioned a big event coming up in October for you personally. Tell us more about that.
So that big event, the scheduled date is October 2nd, 2025, and it is
October 2nd?
October 2nd,
okay,
2020, Thursday, October 2nd, wow. 2025. And it is expected to be my diaconate ordination mass here in Rome at St. Peter's Basilica. I know there's family, guests, friends, priests, priests that are going to make their way over here to Rome to share in this occasion. And I just ask for prayers, because you can't do anything without prayer. You can't do anything without God, and to reach God is through prayer.
Well, I know we were at St. Peter's Square earlier today. You mentioned that Mom and Dad will be here.
Mom and Dad will be here.
But your dad will be part of the
yeah, he'll be in the sanctuary. He'll
part of the whole thing, right?
He'll be up there.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's going to be a really special moment for me, because in a lot of ways my dad has taught me how to live my life. And I look up to him. I think my mom put it this way. It's like, you two are so much alike that sometimes you butt heads. There's that too, yeah. But it's you do that because you're so alike.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing.
It is a good thing. Well, to wrap things up here, Charles, we're talking to Charles Warner here in Rome. We're technically in the Vatican, though, right? Because we've left the Vatican.
We're outside Vatican City, but we are on territorial property.
Okay.
So like, our seminary has a Italian address and a Vatican City.
That's interesting. Well, why don't you tell people out there, just anything else that you want to just talk about, or anything you want to share about your journey, your faith journey, and how excited you are to someday hopefully become a priest.
Yeah, I think what I want to share is really just be open, like just have an openness of life. Be open to how God is working in your life. Talk with people about just what's going on with them and listen to what they're saying, what they've experienced, because then you can see how God is working in their life. And you can relate that to them. It's like that's the power of God. Like God was looking after you in that moment. And then, or you can look back on, reflect on like what you did this past day or anything that happened in your life, and just like be open to how God has worked in that, and not just assuming that everything that you've done in your life has been because of you or because of your own powers. It's like, there's a higher power at work. I'm pretty sure I could not have gotten to my point in my life without him.
Yeah.
Without the Lord. And so it's just like, be open to the working of God, be open to listening, be open to receiving what he has to offer, even if what he has to offer is suffering, even if what he has to offer is asking you to give something up. Because he wouldn't ask anything of you if it wasn't for your greater good. And so just being open to what's God asking, or how God is working in your life. I think that's what got me to my point in here. And that's what's going to take me for the rest of my life.
And like you said, when you open yourself up to listening, it becomes pretty liberating, right?
It is. It's very liberating.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us. It's nice to see you. Can't wait to see you in October. Hopefully, we'll be able to share the link and people can watch back home of your ordination. And we'll stay in touch. Would you mind checking in with us periodically from Rome and let us know how you're doing?
I can really do that, yes.
All right. You heard it. He committed to it. All right, take care, everyone. Keep watching United Mission, One Heart and Mind here on the Catholic Diocese of Saginaw. As part of our podcast, you can get all the information on how to subscribe and follow along. Just go to saginaw.org. Take care, everyone. We'll see you soon.